The one thing that we need to explore still is effects. A couple of things I'm noting. The guitars, sometimes I like to have a direct, very dry guitar sound, and sometimes I like to add a little room. So we might need to put a little bit of room sound on the guitars. We might need to add a little bit of reverb to the snare. We definitely need to add a little bit of mojo to the vocals, but we're going to keep everything super minimal since that's been the plan so far. One of the problems we're going to have right now is that we have no outboard time-based effects. We sold our 480L and got rid of our PCM 70s a while ago because no one was using them, and they were collecting dust, and we thought, you know what? As soon as this 480L breaks, it's broken. No one's ever going to repair it. It's digital. So my cheat that I'm doing right now, if you want to call it that, is we're going to use, even though we're doing an analog mix, we're going to use a couple of effects plugins. And the reason we're going to do that is because we have no other way to get effects in this room. This isn't a traditional mix room, an analog mix room. It's, like I said, it's mostly geared for tracking. You certainly can mix analog in here. That's what we're doing, and it's going to sound great. But we don't have a lot of mix effects in here. So we're going to use plugins. Now, having said that, if you think about it, a 480L is a digital reverb unit. That was my go-to. That and the PCM 70, also a digital reverb unit. Those things were amazing. They are plugins in a box, okay? They have an AD to DA, so they convert from analog to digital. Excuse me, they have an AD DA, so they go from analog to digital. They go through their digital mumbo jumbo, their algorithms, then back out the digital to analog. Boom. It's a lot like a plugin. And actually, if you think about it, we're sort of doing the same thing, because we are going to run the analog signal through the AD into a plugin track, directly back out of that plugin track via digital to analog onto a pair of faders. So that's my argument for being okay with it right now. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty darn similar, and we're not going to use a lot of it. So should we talk about what plugins we have set in the session right now? I have the SP 2016 Reverb by Eventide, which is, what's it called? The SP 2016. I have it on room. You know what? When we put this thing together, when we put this tutorial out, when we put this thing out, I'll make these presets available for you guys so you can recall them. So we've got that going. I already know that I have the preset that I have on here I'm going to be happy with for adding just a little bit of short room to a few elements. I haven't dialed in the delay. I haven't dialed in the micro shift, the harmonizer that I have up. And we might not use either of those. So first things first, I'm going to start playing with adding some room to some stuff, and then we'll move forward. Okay. Rolling? Ready to rock and roll? Okay, so... Can I stand up? Okay.
Try to use your left, please.
Okay. So this is the Eventide Room SP 2016 or 2016, SP 2016. right before the last chorus, can we go to that? There's like a break right before that after the bridge.
Not fucking around this time. Can't you say, blood of the final drop?
Can you back up into that?
Not fucking around this time. Can't you say, blood of the final?
That was what was bugging me. Okay. What do we have a filter we could put on the vocals and the filter on the console is not going to go high enough, and we don't have any outboard filters, but we have to filter some bottom off those vocals. So like, can you put like a 120, 110 high pass filter on both of those vocal tracks at like an 18 dB slope or something? Is it possible to do that while, can you drag that plug-in over there? Yeah, sweet, so I can hit playback while you're messing with that.
Around this time. Can't you say, blood of the final drop? Now there's nothing left. Now that I think I'm through, and all the pain is due. People believe it's true. That we'll all be back. All be back. That we'll all.
Let's open up that H delay. What should we do? Can you, that's the BPM's correct. It's already locked in there. So let's make it a ping pong delay and then drop the feedback really far.
More?
Yeah, that's probably good.
Cool.
Let's hear it.
Not fucking around this time.
Going over the.
Can't you say, blood of the final drop? Now there's nothing left. Now that I think I'm through, and all the pain is due. People believe it's true. That we'll all be back. All be back. That we'll all be back. One day.
Cool. So add a little bit of verb to stuff, and I have a delay going. And I want to get the micro pitch going too, so let me check that real quick. I'm just going to add a little of that to the vocal.
Hey, blood of the final drop. Now there's nothing left. Now that I think I'm through, and all the pain is due. People believe it's true. That we'll all be back. I'll be back. That we'll all be back. One day, blood of the final drop. Now there's nothing left.
Okay, cool. Add a little bit of effects to stuff. Just, you know, some verb to the snare, some verb to the toms, a little bit of verb to the room mics. It's a very short verb. It's just a little room simulation. A little bit of room simulation to guitar 1 and 2. Room simulation to vocal 1 and 2. So the lead vocal and the double vocal. We added a tiny bit of delay to the lead vocal and a tiny bit of micro pitch shift to the vocal as well. And that's about it. So I want to do a quick listen and see where we're at with just everything. And depending, we might be ready to render a mix to the tape machine. You can come in.
Taking up frustrations of the world tonight. There's only so much one can take before they finally break. 9 to 5, a week goes by, I'm not better off at all. Repeat the cycle every year until you're in the ground. This is what a life is supposed to be. Waves of frustration and misery. Spend my time on shaking, trying to forget. Nothing ever falls in place anyway. You can believe everything that they say, like everything will be fine anyway. I step aside, watch them take you down. This is what a life is supposed to be. Waves of frustration and misery. Not fucking around this time. Can't you say? Play every final drop. Now there's nothing left. Now that I think I'm through, and all the pain is due. People believe it's true that we'll all be back one day. That we'll all be back one day.
Cool. I think we might be ready to print. I'm going to plug in the tape machine and we're going to go from there.